Okay. If you have any questions for me as I'm chatting, just put in the chat. If you are super shy and don't want to ask a question out loud, you can just DM me privately and I'll ask the question out loud without sharing your name. So that way everyone feels comfortable in this space. So I'm Violette. I'm the founder of FemCity. I'm so excited you're joining me for Get to Know FemCity. I'm going to share with you today how and why I started FemCity. It's evolution because I feel like there are so many lessons there for all of us. The difference in membership, because I know that there's like a lot of confusion as to like local, what's a local membership, what's a trial. So I'm going to touch upon that. And then I'm also going to share with you the things that I think are the best ways to get started with your membership. I want you to use the membership. I want you to use everything we have. I want you to use like literally like every little detail. I want you to use it. I also recognize that we've been around for 14 years. And so we do have a lot of benefits and it can be overwhelming. So that's where I'm going to kind of just share my top 3 just to get you started. And then in the future, if you ever need like more tips, you can always join me on the membership orientation. So, all right. So how and why I started FemCity. I started FemCity in 2009. And the reason why I started FemCity is because I used to own a Pilates studio in Raleigh, North Carolina. I owned it for about 10 years. And I used to belong to this group called Chicks in Biz. And I loved this group. We would get together once a month. It was potluck and we would just support each other. And there was no format. It was just a matter of just meeting other women that were also creating businesses. And I really credit the success of my studio to this group. They were just so supportive and always filled with so much kindness. When I moved back home to Miami, I actually wanted to start a Chicks in Biz here in Miami. And I reached out to the founder and I said, hey, I really miss that group. Could I start one here? And she said, we're not really there yet, but let's check back in a year. I said, okay, great. At the time, I was working for the Four Seasons doing their marketing and PR for their club and spa. And so I was going to all the networking events in Miami, which were amazing. The only thing with the events is that I always felt a little bit like I didn't belong. Like I didn't feel like I could connect with the groups that I was going to, except for one group. And I really liked this group a lot. However, they had at their female networking group, they had a male dentist. And I paid $100 for the lunch. And I watched this man give a presentation on tooth decay or dental decay. And I got so upset because I have 3 friends of mine that are dentists, that are female dentists. And I thought they should have been in that space for a female networking group. They should have been in that space. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to start something small. I'm going to start a little group just for 20 women. Our first event was 20 women. It was very boring. There was no format at all. It was like a really bad bridal shower. The second time I did the event, we had 60 women. And we had way too much. We had speakers. We had pitches that we could do for ourselves. And it was almost like that story of the porridge being too hot and the porridge being too cold and find that space in the middle. So I went on to do that for a couple of months. And then I started having women ask for chapters in their backyard. They started seeing our pictures on Facebook, which was new at the time. And they kept asking, hey, can you connect me with the founder of FemCity? I want to start this in my chapter. And I was like, that would be me, but why would you want this? Like, we're just getting together for lunch. It's nothing special. It's just a lunch. My friends saw what I didn't see at the time. They saw a community of women from all different backgrounds, all different heights, all different weights, all different color skin. They saw us all having a great time and they wanted that for themselves. So I started thinking about what that would be like. I created a manual, like a step-by-step guide to give them. We launched our first chapter in Fort Lauderdale. It did really well, which made sense because a lot of those women were coming to Miami. And then I chose someplace really far away. I said, let's really test it to see if it's going to work. We did Philadelphia. At the time, I had never been to Philadelphia. I had never met the Philadelphia president. We just met through LinkedIn, and the feeling was the same. She created a beautiful space for women. So we went on to create more and more locations. I paused after like every 3 new launches. I would pause to see, like, make sure it still felt like home. It still felt very warm and inviting. We were there for women. And eventually we got to like 10 or 15 chapters. I got an email one day from Google, and Google said, hey, we love the work that you're doing. We'd love to offer some classes for your members. And I was like, absolutely. What kind of classes? So they told us they were going to teach our members on how to get on Google Business, how to do Google Circles, which was a thing at the time. And so that was the first time we started doing online classes. So we've been doing online classes for over 10 years now. We continue to do online classes. We have an investing series that we're doing right now. I did a money series about 2 months ago. So we're always doing these series for our members. Yelp came back right after and said, hey, we'd like to teach classes for your members. So Yelp taught our women members, how to get on Yelp and what to do with bad reviews and how to get good reviews. So that really propelled us into that space. Our name at the time was FemFessionals. We changed over to FemCity because the spirit was more open with the word FemCity versus FemFessionals. We found that a lot of women didn't feel like they belonged with the word FemFessionals, but they definitely felt like they belonged with the word FemCity. The energy is just much more positive and open. So with that came some other changes. We started doing more of the master classes. We started doing more of the ongoing series. We also added a girls program. So we do have a FemCity girls program. That's free classes for young girls aged 12 to 18. We also have a scholarship program that we started during the pandemic. And the reason why we started that is we had so many members during the pandemic that were really suffering financially. And we have always wanted to make FemCity accessible for all women around the world. So we do have a scholarship program. Pretty much everyone gets it if you apply. So it's like there's no trick. We really want to make sure that everyone has access to not only community, but support, mentorship, and coaching. So that's what those situations were when we evolved into what we are today. For the difference in membership, so we have really 3 memberships. We have a trial membership. So it is a free 30-day trial that will lock you into our $15.09 a month membership. You can cancel at any time. There's a little button that you just press cancel, and that's it. I'm a huge believer that if you don't want to be a part of our community, it should be very easy for you. You don't have to email us 5 times. You don't have to go through all these puzzles like some other brands make you go through. You can cancel at any time. You can also renew at any time. FemCity is definitely a la carte. So we do have weekly classes. We have the ongoing series. We have every week, we have a virtual networking session. You have office hours with me once a month. So you can pick my brain. We have the membership orientation. We have so many things to offer for our $15.09 price point. Then there's the Founder Circle, which used to be called our global program. And sometimes people are like, what is that? So the Founder Circle is a program for women that want to work more closely with me. So they get weekly office hours with me where they can pick my brain every single week. We do a lot more like support circles. We do referral kind of activities. We do coffee chats. We do roundtable where you bring an issue and we kind of roundtable that and everyone brings their advice. You have access to our experts as well. You're also a contributor. You can write for our blog. You can apply to be a panelist, a speaker, a coach, a writer with that Founders Circle. I know that program's not for everyone, but that's the program. Those are the details for that. And then we have a new program that's starting in August, which is a corporate program. And that's going to be for women who are in corporate America or in Canada. So those are the 3 different ones. Ways to get started. Okay. I would, if you are a local member, here are my top 3 tips that I would recommend. The first one is go to our locations page and connect with your local president. If you don't have a FemCity chapter near you and you're not open to starting one in your backyard, which is fine, reach out to our virtual US or our virtual Canada president, because they were going to want to get to know you so that they can introduce you to other members. They can also tell you what events are coming up. So if you are in Miami, as an example, you could go to femcitymiami.com. You could reach out to them there, or you can go to femcity.com/locations and you can connect with your president there. That's the first step because she's going to be the catalyst to help you get into that community to tell you what they have going on. The second one is I would definitely recommend attending our weekly virtual networking. It's hosted every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. It is about an hour long. It is the best ROI because you're going to make friends with 20 women. They're all going to know about your brand and business, and you're going to start developing the relationships. FemCity is not about I'm better than you or I'm more important than you. It's really about all of us working together so we can all succeed. So we really are about building those relationships, forming that connectivity to each other, not spamming, not calling and say, oh my God, I'm the best, hire me. That's not the FemCity way. It's here's what I do. Tell me what you do. Let's see how we can work together, which leads me to our coffee chats. Our coffee chats is something that I highly recommend as well. So in your local community or even through that virtual networking, reaching out and saying, hey, would you like to do a coffee chat? Hop on the phone or meet in person and spend time sharing a little bit about yourself and what your goals are, and then listening to what her goals are so that you guys can work together. So sometimes it might be a physician and a hairdresser, right? So sometimes those roles are completely different, but there are ways that we can work together. Maybe you guys can be on each other's podcasts. Maybe you can like each other on Instagram and comment on each other's posts. Maybe you can send out an introduction to someone who you think would help that business grow. There are always things that we can do to help each other grow. So that's really the FemCity way, is to really build those relationships. The more people that love you and the more people that know about you, the more they're going to refer you. And that's what we all want. We want those referrals to come through. If you're in the founder circle, my top 3 things for you to take advantage of in that membership: we meet every Wednesday, and those Wednesdays are very powerful. Those are at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Those are going to be not only virtual networking, but that's going to be our roundtable where you can bring an issue, a challenge. We're going to help you figure it out. Those are going to be the small support circles where we break out into small support circles and everyone commits to helping out each other. You get 2 minutes to talk about yourself, and then everyone's like, okay, I'm going to help you with this. I'm going to help you with that. So that way you have really, really strong support. I would definitely recommend that. I'd also recommend to join me on Mondays at 12 p.m. Eastern time, because I do an accountability program every single month. The first Monday and the last Monday of the month are generally the curriculum days. And then the other Mondays are just kind of Q&A or picking my brain. But I think there's so much value there. Instead of hiring me on a one-on-one for $250 or $300 an hour, you can access my brain every single Monday. So I definitely recommend that. And I also recommend getting involved in our Facebook group. Here's how I would do it if I was a member. I would spend time providing my education, my expertise, my skills onto people that post questions. Hey, I'm looking for help for my trademark. Anybody know a trademark attorney? I would spend the time going in there and adding, when I can, help. What's going to happen is people are going to see your name over and over again. And they're going to say, wow, that girl Violet is always helping people. She's always in the know. She's always like, commenting on my stuff. I need to find out more about her. They're going to already be invested in your success. They want to see you grow and prosper because you've been helping them so much. It's very similar to when you go to the makeup counter and they give you a free sample. Why are they giving you a free sample? Because they know there's already a connection and you're going to feel a little bit of a connection and obligation to help them out also by purchasing their product. So I would spend time nurturing those relationships as well. I love those coffee chats. Again, I'm going to mention that one more time. In the forum, we have some guidelines on the coffee chats. Again, it's a mutual collaboration. It's helping each other out. So it's not about you getting on the coffee chat and going, I'm really great. That's all you need to know. I'm really great. Just hire me. No one wants to hear that. They want to hear about ways you can work together to help each other out. That's how you start forming, in a sense, that army of referrals. So I do have some questions that were sent into me. So I'm going to just go through those really quick. And if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to ask them also. Let me pull them up. Actually, I have it in my email already open. Get to know. It's not coming. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, all right. So question number 1, from my understanding, you need to pick a home group. How do we do this? So when you join FemCity, there's a drop down of cities. Just pick the city that you want to join. You can also change. So if you're moving to another city, you can also at any time go in and change the location. It's really easy to do. And I go through that with our new membership orientation that I host live every single month. How many virtual networking events are there per month? So there are 4 virtual networking events every Wednesday of the month. Sometimes they're going to be 5. And if you're a part of our US virtual or our Canada virtual communities, you're going to have even more opportunities through those programs. Are there any restrictions on what we can post on the Facebook group? There are no restrictions on the Facebook group, but I will tell you that if you're posting and you're not getting any likes or any comments, I would think about what you're posting, because the goal to post things is not just to have people look at it, but you want to have people engage, right? You want them to act on it. You want them to book a call with you, or to download your new worksheet, or to go over to your website. So if you're not getting any engagement, it's probably because it's too salesy or too spammy. The most content, or rather the most engaging posts, are the ones that add value and tips. So I'm going to give a pitch out to Sandra, who's part of our founder circle. Sandra does a great job posting content on our Facebook groups that provide education and tips that all of us can use. And therefore, people are getting to know her more and more, and reaching out and kind of like offering more ways for them to connect and help each other out. Are there speaking opportunities available for FemCity members? Yes. So that's through our founder circle. I work very closely with our speakers. So we 100% pick our speakers from our founder circle. And also we have corporate accounts, and those facilitators come from our founder circle as well. All right, I'm a 22-year-old with my first corporate job. I would appreciate just some general advice on how to guide my way towards the next steps of my career if possible. That's an excellent question. I'm actually going to push that over to our office hours, and I'm going to see if I can get a global expert from our FemCity founder circle to address that. I'm going to see if we can create a video for you, because I think that's a lot more than I can cover in 13 minutes. So I'm going to take care of that for you though. Next question, interested in knowing more about events, members, and the goals of the organization. And the other questions I already answered. So I would recommend joining our FemCity membership orientation. It is the second Tuesday of every month at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I record those also, so if you can't join me, what I do is I share my screen and we walk through all the benefits. Just for a kind of a short Cliff Note version, if you go to femcity.com, you log into your account, you go to the members portal, that members portal has a drop down, and you have virtual events, you have local events, you have online classes, you have our self-guided worksheets, we have a 20 module course on how to start a business. That's where you're going to find all the information there. That's where I would spend time in. And we do have all of our classes are in the library. So if you miss, as an example, the investment series that we have going on, if you've missed that, we always have it on replay for you. We realize our members are very busy. We don't have members that have extra time on their hands. So we always have it in the library, so you can watch it at any time. All right, we have 11 minutes together. I have done all my sharing. We will open up to you guys. Any questions that you guys have for me, or anything you want to talk about? Or we can just dance.
Yeah, Violet, there's a couple of questions in the chat, and I guess a couple are from me. So one of them was, what's the fee for the Founders Circle? And the other is, can you belong to both the local and the broader virtual organization?
Yes. Thank you so much, Stacey. So what's the cost of the Founders Circle? It's $100 a month. And we have that on promo twice a year. And when it comes on promo, what you can do is you can always use that promo code and get the less expensive price at that time. So we have members that join at $100 and they know it's going to be on promo in 3 months. They'll go ahead and just use that coupon code. Or we can apply it for you. If you just email us, we say, hey, that promo is going on. Can you apply that coupon for us? We'll go ahead and do that for you. Can you belong to a local chapter and the US? I think probably it's probably advisable for you to join a local chapter and then just take advantage of the virtual networking that we do every Wednesday. Because if you're looking at making friends with other women, that's the best way. Oh, my dogs now are all like excited. So if you hear them barking, it's like I think there's like pee-pee time. So, but the virtual networking that we do every Wednesday, you're going to meet with members from all over the globe, which is really nice because sometimes they become best friends and then they need to travel to see each other. So that's really wonderful. Does that help you, Stacey?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. All right, Gloria. Hey, Gloria. I saw Gloria at our Miami event last week. Violet, I've referred a few people. Do they need to join a trial membership to be a part of the orientation? No. So I do the orientation. It's public. Anyone can come to it. We generally email it out. So if they've done the trial membership, they should probably be getting our emails, so they'll get a notice of that. But if you ever want to invite them to that, absolutely. I'd love to have them there. And I also share our orientation on Instagram. So we email it out, we post it on our website, and then we do it on Instagram because I want everyone to know about the amazing benefits. Obviously, I want you guys to use them. You know, we created all these things for you guys. That's the most important thing, is that you guys are using all the resources. So
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Any other questions? Oh, how do I promote my business on the FemCity site? So we have a forum. So, and Leslie, I think you remember already. So when you go to the portal, there's a community forum. I would spend time in that space. So you can go ahead and post anything that you have going on in your local community, and it will email it out to all the members. You can also post it on your Facebook group. Each of our cities have their own Facebook group. So you can go ahead and post it there. But I'm going to go back to the number one way to promote your business is to do the networking, either in person or virtual. The more women that know you, the more people know about your brand, the more referrals you're going to get. So it's always going to go back to human connectivity. There's all these things that we can do through social media, but humans do business with humans they know, love, and trust. And so how many humans can you get to know about you? That's how you get your brand exposed and launching all over the place. And I'm happy to noodle on other strategies also, like on the office hours. If you guys want to ever join my office hours, bring your questions. We'll like noodle through stuff. Like I'm your coach, like pick my brain, you know, I'm here for you. All right, any other questions you guys have? All right, maybe we just do the dance party to work our way out. If you guys need anything at all, you can always reach us at hello@femcity.com. That is our kind of membership liaison. That's Kyra. She's got the stomach flu today. So if you email her and she doesn't respond, they are all, you know, one child gets it and then everyone gets it. So she's, I don't know if she's still knocked out today. I leave on vacation on Thursday for our annual family vacation. So if you email me and I don't respond, it's not because I don't love you. It's because I'm on vacation and I did not take my laptop. So on purpose, I did not bring my laptop on purpose.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm so excited. And that's our first family, because my son lives in Berlin. It's so hard for us to do a family vacation, but he flew in. So I'm so excited. It's our first one, all 5 of us. And then my son's partner's joining us. So it's going to be really special. I'm super excited about it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Good for you.
Enjoy, Violette. Have fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Candace, I know you're part of our founder circle, formerly known Global Program, correct? So we have an orientation coming up. I will post it as a reminder in the Facebook group. So you can join me so we can walk through all the benefits together as well. And yeah, you just reminded me to go ahead and post a reminder about that. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. It works out.
I think it was
right,
August 8th. August 8th, I think I said.
Let me see. Let me make sure.
I think I saw that.
August 8th, 2 p.m. Awesome.
Okay.
I didn't even remember the date.
I just saw it a little while ago. So.
Okay, awesome. Kiana, did I say your name correctly? It's so nice to meet you. Your hair is fabulous.
Hello,
Fabulous.
thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, ladies. Well, I adore you and love you. I know I just met you, but I think I can love strangers and new people just as strangers can hate other people. I can love people. So anything you need, let me know. I'm so happy you're here, and join me for the membership orientation. Do the virtual networking, start building relationships. That's going to help your business grow. And join me for office hours. If you want to pick my brain even more about like how to get more out of FemCity, I'm happy to give you everything I have. So. All right,
Awesome.
Let's dance. Do, 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 do. All right, ladies. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great week. Bye.
You too.
Mwah.